TaninJDM. Today we're bringing you a 1997 Daihatsu Mira Avanzato TR XX. So this is 4-cylinder turbo engine. This is the JBJL motor. Timing chain, aluminum block, so high revving, maintenance free, no timing belt in that sense. This is different than the Suzuki because it has 4 cylinders. So it's a little bit more power. So this feels a little bit quicker than a Cappuccino. This one has fairly low miles, 121,000 kilometers. Basically rust free, extremely clean underneath. Super cool car, super fun to drive. I definitely prefer this one over the Cappuccino, other than the fact that it doesn't have target top or panels you can remove. Now, this is the front wheel drive version. It's not the R4, which is all-wheel drive. It's a lighter car. There's no rear diff. You can use that power better power to weight ratio, and you're not going to be burning the tires off this thing anyways. So let's take a look underneath just to show you what we're looking at. But there's still gold bolts under here. I mean, it's not undercoated. And you can see even like right there's a gold bolt. So extremely clean under here. And if it's that clean underneath, it's going to be that clean on top. As far as any corrosion or any issues, there are none. So exhaust is all original, so it's very quiet, as you can hear. It's got the super cool front end, fog lights, and functional air intake for the intercooler. Glass is good. There's one tiny little mark there. You could probably just fill in with epoxy or that windshield stuff, but it's well out of the sight zone. It's kind of behind the driver's rear view mirror here, so it's really not a concern. You just want to fill that so it doesn't continue to crack. Roof is super nice, pretty smooth. This is kind of cool. You can have it up if you want your FM, or all the way down if you want stealth mode. Going inside, door panels have this nice black fabric here. I don't know why they ran wires like this, maybe to the speakers, but then why didn't they use the factory thing? I don't know. I can't speak to any of this. Turbo timer, toll reader. A lot of this is exposed. There's no panels. I don't think there was any panels factory, so there's a lot of exposed wires here. Just how it is. There's your HVAC just right there, just so you can see it. There's nothing covering it. Non-smoker car, aftermarket head unit. You can put in a Bluetooth 3.5. AC does work. You can hear it click on. It's ice cold. Cup holders, dashboard again, super nice. No issues with like peeling, cracking, any kind of issues here. Got your cell phone holder right there. Low mileage. We've probably driven this maybe 30 miles so far. We drove it back from the port. Totally, everything's awesome. There's just zero issues. I trust driving this thing anywhere without issue at all. Factory floor mats with this cool like snowflake pattern in here. That's pretty cool. Glove box, got your standard glove box in there. Seats are in impeccable condition. Absolutely no issues with the fabric or the foam underneath. Very supportive, very nice. Same with the back seats. Take a look at the hatch. And in here, factory Kenwood speakers here. Rear deck, this is factory. I'm almost 99% sure. See all the factory brackets and wiring, all exposed, just how it is. But these sound really good. This is probably the best sounding sound system I've seen so far in a JDM car. Sounds really good, really loud. One of the coolest features about this car, see that Kenwood glow? The speakers glow. They glow green. How cool is that? So you can see this in the rear window a little bit, and all the people driving behind you. You can show off your awesome Kenwood glowing speakers. A single hatch strut is good. It doesn't have two, it just has one. It holds it up just fine. Storage area good, spare tire good. There's no rust down there as you saw from below. Zero issues of concern here at all. And like we do with all of our cars that we've been listing recently, we'll look over the auction sheet here. It is rated a 3E. It's not an R, it's not a repair, it's not an accident, no accident damage at all. E typically is worse than D. I like to think E is everything, but again, this is so subjective based on the auction location, the inspector. Does this look like a D or E to you? Not to me. I mean, you gotta kind of compare it to, well, you can't even compare it because like I said, it's very subjective. So we'll start from the driver's rear here. You've got the A2, which is right there. Got an A1 and a U3. I mean, there's maybe a scratch here. That's your A1, if you can even see it. And then U3, that's going to be these little kind of dimples you can see, barely, right there. You got a B2 on this lower cladding right here, just a little scuff. And then it says there's a B1 on the fender and a B1 here on the door, but I don't see it. Maybe we buffed it out. We did buff this whole thing out pretty good with some compound, that's why it's so shiny. Over here did mention paint fading somewhere. We definitely took care of that. It was chalky and faded red, but like I said, we buffed it out real nice. Over here it says we have a P2, paint 2, which could have been the fading. Like I said, there is this, so it could be referencing that, but it's not in the middle. So if anything, it's gonna be that, which is this bumper fading here. B3 on the hood. There's a little mark here, you can see. A2 potentially here or here, just that tiny little mark. I mean, these can be touched up with red paint. It's really not a big deal. But on the auction inspection, they want to get every single flaw, so you know what you're buying. Here we've got A1, U2, or U1 on this passenger door somewhere. But again, not seeing it. It could have been buffed out because I'm not seeing any kind of issues here. Passenger rear quarter, we're seeing a U3, which could be here. There's just a little dent, if you can see it, I don't know. Kind of right in the middle, right there. Got an A on the tail light, so kind of right there is a scuff. And we have an A1 down here. This little trim piece, there's just a little bit of scuffing right there. And then we have that X1 on the windshield, which we went over right there. We'll check over some of the stuff. Most of it's just like interior dirty, you know, this and that. Same as the last two auctions. Just kind of normal wear and tear on the car. And then engine, there's some oil leaking. I can show you that. I couldn't find any underneath. You know, we took pictures and there was nothing under there. There's one spot where this charge pipe rubber hose kind of meets the throttle body. You can see some oil seeping underneath. But that's, you know, 60,000 miles of seepage. So, not on the ground, it's not leaking down. And like I said, we couldn't find anything else anywhere of any kind of leaks under the engine. And that was kind of it. So, just spray it off, and we can even do that. I mean, maybe we'll spray this down, maybe we'll leave it. It's really a non-issue for us. We just want to present the car in the way that we received it. We don't want to hide that, even as minor as it is. You know, if you want us to spray it down, let us know. We can do it, no big deal. Overflow tank is up to spec. Red coolant. I don't know if this uses the same as Toyota pink, or if Daihatsu had their own coolant or whatever, but so overall, super nice car. I've never driven the all-wheel drive version, but I love this one. It's super smooth on the highway. Does 120 kilometers an hour, no issue at all. You can push in fifth gear to 140. I mean, the revs are kind of up there around 5,000 or so. But this does have a pretty high red line, so 8,500. We'll take this in a drive in a second, but driver's floor mat. A little bit of wear here, but it's not worn through. It's still original Daihatsu floor mat. Again, carpet underneath, no hidden secrets under there. Got your fuel, your hatch right here. It does have a factory amplifier here. It's just unplugged because of the aftermarket unit. Here is that cable right here, in case you want to go back to a factory head unit. But like I said, this thing is pretty loud, and I think you'll be satisfied with the sound quality. Shift knob, if you've noticed, this is on the way in the mail, so some pictures you might see without it, some you'll see with it. So if you like red, you like turbos, you like K cars, this is the car for you. Let's go take this thing for a ride. Before we do that, I just want to explain the tires, because there might be some questions on that. These are Potenzas RE01s. Tread is good. I mean, it's fair. These tires are older, they're at least 10 years old, so what we're going to do is we're going to replace the tires. By the time this sells, there'll be brand new tires on there, so no issues there, don't worry about that. Just obviously at the time of filming, we didn't have the new tires yet, so we're running the old ones. Factory wheels, nice to have all factory stuff. So let's go take this for a drive and wrap up the video. There's our cold start. driving the Avanzato TRXX. All gears go in nicely. There's no grinding. Obviously the coils and shocks are so tiny, so they don't absorb these terrible roads very well. The turbo spools nicely and gets you up to 35 miles an hour on these residential roads with no problem. More to say. Super nice car, drives super smooth, shifts nicely, brakes are good, clutch feels good. Get some freeway driving and then happy bidding and good luck. I wouldn't say the 13-inch tires and wheels are the best for cornering and handling, but I'll get the job done. So third gear, AC on, kind of freeway merge situation. Actually, that was fourth. Fifth. So yeah, no issues merging or catching up with traffic, and then it's a smooth ride. Steering wheel straight, no shaking, no wobbling, one-handed, zero-handed, it's good. Here's your RPMs, in case you're wondering. Probably not a bad idea to run synthetic and do frequent oil changes because it does rev a bit higher, but I'm sure they planned for that when they made this motor. Second gear downshift. You know, it's not an Evo, but you get a little torque steer getting into it off the corner. That pretty much sums up the Mira. Super fun city driver. You do have to be careful because it's hard for other people to see you, so you can get a few more honks than normal.